maksudnya diejen dengan betul, dan kita memerlukan maklumat tersebut untuk dihantar secara online juga ke pihak tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Kalau tak penat je kita menyertai program hari ini. Dan saya nak mengingatkan pada hari ini mana-mana yang telah menjadi pengguna U-Pustaka, terima kasih banyak-banyak kerana menyokong kami dan boleh menggunakan kemudahan yang ada dengan sebaik mungkin dimanfaatkan bersama-sama kerana ia adalah percuma. Dan kepada mana-mana yang belum lagi menyertai dan menjadi ahli U-Pustaka, anda semua adalah digalakkan. Sama-samalah kita menggunakan kemudahan yang ada ini. Banyak ya, ada 21 pangkalan data, mana-mana saja yang berkenaan, yang bertepatan dan bersesuaian dengan tuan-tuan dan perempuan yang untuk bahan rujukan untuk digunakan dalam kegiatan aktiviti kita seharian. Okey, tanpa melengah masa, saya mempersilakan Puan Syafarah untuk memberikan video panduan untuk pendaftaran kepada ahli pustaka. Silakanlah Puan Siti Syafarah. Terima kasih Puan Syafarah. Okey, kita lihat kan mana yang belum menjadi pengguna U-Pustaka, anda amat digalakkan, dialuk-alukan untuk menjadi pengguna kerana untuk mendapatkan manfaat dan penggunaan daripada pangkalan data yang tersedia dalam U-Pustaka. Mudah saja, tak perlukan bayaran, semuanya percuma. Cuma apa yang amat wajib untuk kita tekankan kat sini ialah nama perlu dieja seperti dalam kad pengenalan, nombor kad pengenalan, alamat yang masih aktif, nombor email yang nombor pula dah, Alamat email yang aktif dan juga nombor telefon yang masih digunakan sekarang. Okey, itu saja. Mudah sangat dan tak perlu bayaran dan anda dipersilakan untuk menggunakan segala kemudahan pengkalan data yang ada dan boleh diwar-warkan juga kepada rakan-rakan di sekeliling kita yang masih belum menjadi ahli pustaka. Untuk itu, tanpa melengahkan masa, silakan wakil daripada Ebscohost, beliau pengalaman dalam menjalankan Ebscohost ini, pengalaman data Ebscohost, dan boleh beliau akan berkongsi bagaimana pengalaman selama menjadi trainer ya, dan bagaimana untuk menggunakan dan mencari maklumat yang tepat bagi penggunaan Ebscohost. Untuk itu, saya mempersilakan Mr. Ryan. Ryan, hello.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Okay, now I you know we have almost 330 participants today. So without further ado, I would like to hand over the session to you and continue with the presentation. Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Selamat pagi, everyone, and welcome to our session on digital exploration. I'm just going to quickly share my screen and start with the session. Okay, can you please confirm if you can see my screen now? Could you please type one in the chat box if you can see my screen? Okay, thank you so much. So, selamat pagi again, everyone. So, welcome to our session on digital exploration at U-Pustaka 2024 for EBSCOhost and EBSCO mobile app training. My name is Ryan Salas, and I am the a training specialist for Southeast Asia. I train customers in Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Indonesia. Before joining EBSCO in 2022, I was an academic librarian in the Philippines. My aim for this session is to guide you on how to navigate the EBSCOhost and EBSCO mobile app platforms. To begin, these are the objectives for today's session, and it is my hope that by the end of this training, you'll be able to describe and access Pustaka Negara Malaysia EBSCO resources via EBSCOhost. We're going to construct and apply search strategies to locate information and research, refine search results and access full text, and we're also going to discuss other options that you can access. And we're also going to use the MyEBSCO folder to save, document, and research. And I'm also going to guide you on how you can download the EBSCO mobile app for Android or iOS devices. We're also going to find and read resources once you have downloaded the EBSCO mobile app. And finally, we're going to locate help and support materials. Just a reminder before we start, if you have any questions during the session, please feel free to type in your queries in the chat box, or you can also unmute your microphones, and I'll be glad to accommodate any of your questions. And to begin, so in this session, as we all know, the National Library of Malaysia is subscribing to various EBSCO resources. And did you know that by using EBSCO resources, you will be able to utilize the following features? So this is a side-by-side comparison of EBSCO resources versus the free internet search. So as you can see, by using EBSCO resources, you'll be able to retrieve relevant resources compared to free internet search. We also provide authoritative content, provision for limiters and filters. You also have the ability to save searches and your search results. You can also use the citation assistance. We also have various age appropriate interfaces, more accessibility, privacy, and finally, provision for instructional support. And in this session, we're also going to explore valuable tips and tricks that can elevate your searching experience. So the first tip that I have here is the Boolean operators. And Boolean operators are simple words comprised of the and, or, and not words. And these are used as conjunctions to combine or exclude keywords in your search, resulting in a more focused and manageable results. So this will also save you a lot of time because it will help you come up with a more manageable search results. Or if you're going to use or, you can also explore other topics. So we have here the AND Boolean operator. Now this is used between terms to combine and narrow your search. So the AND Boolean operator will look for all the records that include both search terms. So I have here my examples, and I'm using leadership and management as my keywords. And if we're going to use the AND Boolean operator, the system will then combine these two keywords and will look for resources that contain both leadership and management. So this will help you narrow down your search. So aside from the or the and Boolean operator, you can also use the or Boolean operator. So the or Boolean operator will also be placed in between words or keywords, and this will help you broaden your search. So in this case, the system is going to look for at least one of the keywords that will type in. So it can also retrieve both search terms. So it's going to pick up results on leadership or management, or it can also include both leadership and management. So this is useful if you want to broaden the search results. And lastly, you have here your not Boolean operator. So sometimes there will be instances that you would only want to search for a specific word. Now, in this case, let's say, for example, you only want to search for leadership and you want to suppress management from the search results. So that's when the not Boolean operator will come in handy. Because if you're going to use the not Boolean operator, it's going to remove management from your search results and it's only going to focus on leadership. So you can also use the not Boolean operator to narrow down the scope of your search. And aside from Boolean operators, you may also use other tricks like truncation, exact phrase, and parentheses. So the first example here will show us how we can use the asterisk wildcard. So this trick is generally used to search for variations within the term. So to use this, you just have to enter the root term. So I have here syndrome, and as you can see, we have replaced the last character or the letter with an asterisk wildcard. Now, if you're going to replace a letter of your root term, so what will happen is the system is going to search for variations within that root term. So it's going to retrieve resources containing syndrome, syndromes, and so on. Aside from replacing a character or a letter using an asterisk wildcard, you can also use the asterisk wildcard to replace a word. Now, as you may notice, I place the asterisk wildcard in the middle of the words chief and officer because I want to search for variations within these two words. So what will happen if I place the asterisk in the middle of these two words is it's going to retrieve records containing chief financial officer, chief executive officer, or it can also retrieve chief medical officer. So any variations within those two keywords. So that's the truncation. So aside from truncation, you can also use the exact phrase. So the exact phrase can also help you come up with an efficient search strategy. So to use this, you have to enclose your keywords in double quotation marks. So the search engine will look for words in that exact order as you enter those keywords. Now, for example, you wanted to search for diplomatic relation. So this exact keywords. So you can enclose this keywords in double quotation marks and it's going to focus on diplomatic relations only. Now, if you're not going to enclose your keywords in double quotation marks, so it's going to search for separate keywords. So it's going to search for variations within diplomatic or relation. And as mentioned, by enclosing this, it will combine these two keywords and it's going to search for resources or results in this exact order. So another tip, you can also replace the last letter with an asterisk wildcard. So let's say, for example, you want to search for diplomatic relations or relationship. So instead of typing those keywords, you can just use the asterisk wildcard. And finally, we also have here the parentheses. So you have the option to enclose your keywords in parentheses. So to make better use of the Boolean operators, you can use parentheses to nest query or string with other query terms. So the parentheses will read the search string in this order. So it's going to search for health promotion or public health promotion. So this will be the first priority. And this will be combined using any Boolean operators. So you have here the end Boolean operator, and it's now going to search for the succeeding keywords, which are Malaysia or Southeast Asia. Now, these are the few tips and tricks. So I hope that's clear. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to type in your queries in the chat box, or you can also unmute your microphones if you want to. Okay, so I also have here the three key steps in searching and retrieving resources on the EBSCOhost platform. So first is you want to structure your search. So in this stage, you're going to think of whether you'll use phrases, truncation, or Boolean. So you're going to think about how you're going to perform your search. Now, after structuring your search, you can now add filters and facets, and this will help you refine the results further. And finally, after searching and filtering, you can now find and navigate through the results and look for the full text where you can also add the results to your MyEBSCO folder and do things like cite and export results. Okay, so I hope that's clear. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to type in your questions in the chat box. Now, to guide you in choosing the right database for your specific needs, I have compiled a list of databases that are relevant to a specific discipline. So first is for general research. So if you're looking for resources for general research, you can use the following databases. So you have here Academic Search Premier, Funk and Wagnall's New World Encyclopedia. You have here Master File Premier and your topic search. Now, if you're looking for business and technology resources, I do recommend consulting the following databases. So you have subscription to Business Source Premier, Computer Source, and Regional Business News. And aside from business and technology, you also have your information on education resources. So if you're looking for resources on education, you can consult ERIC, Primary Research, and Professional Development Collection. Now, finally, your library also provides access to rich resources on health. So if you need resources on health, you can certainly use these resources such as Out Health Watch. You also have here your Health Source Consumer Edition. Now, without further ado, let's now proceed with the live demonstration. And what we're going to do is a learning by doing session. So I do encourage you to follow along with me by accessing your EBSCO resources via your library website. So here is your library website, and I'm going to quickly share this link in the chat box. Okay, so just going to quickly share this in the chat box. So please let me know if you can access the link. There you go. So I have already forwarded the link. So once you click on the link, this will be your main landing page. So I'm just going to quickly show you. So here is the library website or your library website. So from here, you can log in to your account. And if you don't know your login credentials, please reach out to your librarians and they will be able to provide or assist you with your query. So you can sign in using your user ID and your password. Okay, so I'm going to give you 30 seconds to access the platform. And please do select EBSCO resources. So again, to obtain the login credentials, please reach out to your library and your librarian so you can reach out to them after this session. Okay, so I hope that everyone has been able to access the EBSCOhost platform. So once you have successfully logged in, this will be your main landing page. So as you can see, you have here your find fields. And if you're a new user or a novice user, I do encourage you to access the help button. So the help button is located on the upper right hand corner of your screen. Now, if you click on the help button, it's going to show us help resources about the EBSCOhost platform. So you have here brief information about EBSCOhost research databases. So aside from that, you also have here additional information on the left-hand side of your screens. So you have your information about searching. I can also see information about browsing, ebooks and audiobooks, and so on. So that's the help button. So aside from that, we also have here other tools that you can utilize. So if you want to translate the language within the platform, you can hover over languages here. So I'm just going to refresh my page. Okay. So for a while, please bear with me. I'm just going to quickly log in because my system will automatically log me out after a few minutes. Okay, so there you go. So as mentioned, you have here the option to translate the language of the platform. So you can hover over languages and it's going to show you different languages. So if you want to translate this, if those of you who are studying Spanish, you can translate the language in Spanish. You can also save your preferences by going to the preferences. So you can save your preferred display list, your default format, and your language as well. You also have here your folder, and we're going to discuss this momentarily. And we also have here the button to sign in. Now, on the left-hand side, you have here your new search. You can also use the subjects here. So if you want to search using the controlled vocabulary, you can access the subjects. You also have here your publications. So we're going to discuss this in a bit. But essentially, the publications here will be helpful if you're looking for a specific title of the magazine, ebooks, or articles. You can also search for different images. You have here your company profiles, which we're also going to discuss during this session. And if you hover over more, you have here the ability to access the built-in dictionary. We also have here your indexes and your ebooks. Okay, so since this is a hands-on activity, I have prepared a search example to guide us throughout this session. So we're going to search for this resources or this keyword. So I'm just going to quickly jump back to my slide deck. Okay. So we're going to search for resources on leadership. So this will be the keyword that we're going to use during the session. Now, once we have run our search, you'll notice that it will retrieve a massive search results. Now, to help us manage these results, we're going to use the following limiters to narrow our search. So we're going to narrow our search to articles from the past 5 years, articles from academic journals, and we're going to also access the detailed record. So to begin, we're just going to quickly go back to the platform, and here is the search field. So if you're following along, you can now type in your keyword in the search field. So we're going to type leadership. So as you can see, once you start typing your keywords, the system is automatically recommending terms. So this is a useful feature, especially if you want to explore other topics or if you want to broaden your search. So you have here leadership, leadership styles, leadership and management, and so on. So you can go ahead and click on leadership. So once you have selected your keyword, you can now click on the search button. So here are the search results. So as mentioned, it will display an enormous number of results that are not tailored to what we need. Now, as a user or a student or faculty member or a general user, the last thing that we want to do is waste our time scrolling through the millions of results. So to help us manage the search results, we are going to apply limiters to reduce the number into a more manageable results. Now, located on the left pane side of the screen is what we call the limiter. So the limiters will let you narrow the focus of your search so that the information that you'll retrieve from this platform is limited according to the values that you select. And before I go through the different limiters, I'd like to show you this feature called the breadbox. So the breadbox here will list any limiters or expanders that you select. So this will also provide you with an efficient way to review the limiters or any expanders that you'll select. So as you can see, currently we have here the expander. And by clicking on the X icon, it will remove the corresponding expander from our search results. Okay, so now we can now add different limiters to our search. So the first limiter that we have here is the full text limiter. So the full text limiter will help you to filter the results to articles that have full text availability. So you can tick this box and you'll notice that the results will be reduced. So apart from the full text limiter, you can also check the references available. You also have here your peer reviewed. So the peer reviewed will allow you to retrieve resources that include only those articles that have been reviewed or qualified by a selected panel of acknowledged experts. So you can certainly click on this one if you want to. Aside from that, you can also use the publication date limiter. So if you're looking for a specific resources or resources that were published within a specific period, you can certainly use the publication date. So let's say, for example, we're looking for articles published within the last 5 years. So we can type in 2019 to 2024. So as mentioned, it will reduce the search results. So aside from the publication date, you also have here your source type. So if you're looking for news, magazines, or academic journals, you can also click on show more, and it's going to show you the complete list of the source types. So by default, this is arranged by hit count. Okay, so please select, or if you're following along, please select academic journals. And aside from the source type, you also have here your subject facet. So this is the source term. And you have here your subject. We also have here your Lexile range. If you're looking for a specific publication, you have here the publication facet. You can also use the publisher limiter. We also have here a limiter for different companies. So if you're looking for a specific company, you also have your language, geography, your NAICS or your industry, and your database. So please note, since we're using all of your databases, so you can go to choose databases. So since we're using all of your databases, we have here a lot of limiters. But in case, or for example, you only select academic search premier, so some of the limiters here will be excluded. So the limiters here will depend on the database that you're going to use. So I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, so going back to the search results, you now have 107,000 search results. I know this is still massive, but this is a great improvement compared to what we had a while ago. So we had millions of results a while ago. So from here, you can now change the sorting option. So by default, the results here are arranged according to relevance. But let's say, for example, you want to view the results by date newest. So you can adjust this by clicking on the drop down and you have here different sorting options. Aside from that, you can also change the page options. So you have here the ability to change your result format, your image quick view, and you can also adjust the results that you see per page. We also have here your page layout. So you have here your main content, footers and main content, and so on. And finally, we have here the share dropdown. So the purpose of the share dropdown is this will provide you with the ability to share the search results with anyone else. It could be your friends, your colleagues, and so on. So the first share option that we have here is the add to folder. So as you can see, we have here the numbers enclosed in parentheses. So if we're going to click on the folder here, it will allow us to save the first 1 to 10 results. So once we save the items in our folder, it will be migrated in this folder. And I'm going to discuss this in a while. So aside from that, we can also create an alert. So you have the option to set up an alert for this search. So this feature will let you keep track of any updates related to the search terms, which is about leadership. So this will also save you time as you won't have to constantly check the platform for new information. So the advantage of creating an alert is you will be notified via email. So you don't have to, again, as mentioned, check the platform constantly. So whenever there is a change within the search results, you will be notified via email. So aside from creating an alert, you can also use the permalink. So the permalink will generate a persistent link or a permanent link. So once you share the permanent link, and the recipient clicks on the link, they will be able to access the search results. So I highly recommend to use the permalink because if you're going to share the URL that is generated by your browser, so this is session based and it's going to expire after 24 hours. Okay, so these are the different drop downs. So I hope that's clear. So I'm just going to pause for a while and just see if you have any questions in our chat box. Okay, so no questions so far. So I'm also going to review the questions before we end the session. So the next thing that we're going to do now is access the detailed record. So to access the detailed record, you can click on the title or the hyperlink, and it's going to take you to the detailed record. So this is the detailed record for leadership skills are essential for everyone. So this is the title. You have here the names of the authors. So you may notice that the names of the authors are hyperlinked. So once you see a field that is hyperlinked, so you can click on the link, and once you click on the link, it will rerun a search. So if you want to search for resources published or authored by Wong An, you can click on this name and it's going to rerun a search. So you can also do that for subject terms and your NAICS or your industry codes. So from the detailed record, you can review the subject terms, your abstract or the abstract. You also have here your ISSN. Now, if you want to access the full text version of the article, you have here your HTML full text and your PDF full text. So you have two options. So sometimes, if I go back, you'll notice I'm just going to quickly go back. So sometimes you'll come across a title that is limited to PDF only or HTML full text. So it will depend on the title of the article. So luckily we have two options here. We can access this in HTML full text or in PDF full text. So what's the differences between these two? So the advantage of HTML full text over the PDF full text is we have here the ability to utilize the two tools, which are listen and translate. Now let's go ahead and access this in HTML full text and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we have here the full text version in HTML. So if you scroll a bit further, so this is the main content, or this is the full text content. Now, as mentioned, you have here the ability to translate an article. So to do that, you can click on the drop down list and it's going to show you the list of languages. If you scroll a bit further, you have here your different languages. We can translate this in Italian. You have here Melayu, and you can also translate this in Spanish. So aside from the translate feature, you can also use the text to speech. So this will be helpful for auditory learners or for those who have visual impairment. So you can click on the play button and someone will read the content for us. Now, if you want to configure the settings for the text to speech, you can click on these three lines. So I hope you're still following along. So if you click on the three lines, it's going to show you additional settings. So you can configure the reading voice. So this is the accent and the name of the readers as well will be shown. So you have here Australia, UK, and US. You can also click and listen. If you want to enlarge the text, you can toggle this on. We also have here your text mode and you can also page mask this. So this is a helpful feature for visually impaired learners. So finally, you also have here the option to download this in MP3. So that's the HTML full text. So that's the advantage or the advantages of HTML full text over the PDF full text. So you can also access this in PDF full text. So if we click on the PDF full text, you'll see that we have here the exact copy of the print article. So this is like the print preview. So if you want to print this article, you can click on the print icon. Or if you want to save this to your local computer, you can click on the diskette icon. Now that's how we can access the full text versions or the full text version of a resource. So aside from accessing the resource online, we also have here tools and features to help you in exporting the results. Now on the left right, or on the right hand side, you have here the tools and features. So you have here the option to upload this on your Google Drive account. You can also upload this on your OneDrive. So if you're using OneDrive account, you can click on OneDrive. You also have here the option to add this to your folder by clicking on the add to folder. You can also print the detailed record. So these are the detailed record. So you can choose your standard format and you can also choose your citation format. Aside from that, you can also email this, save this to your folder. We can also grab the citation. So the cite tool will provide you with convenient way to grab the citation of this article. So if you want to cite this article and include this as one of your references, you can click on the cite button and it's going to show you different citation styles. So we provide 9 different citation styles. So you can scroll through the list and let's say for example, you want to use APA 7th edition. So what you can do is highlight the citation and copy this one using your browser's copy function. So as you can see, we have here the copy function and you can now paste this into a Word. We also have here the option to export this using our export manager. So we have here different formats. you can export this one in READS format. So you have your EndNote, ProSite, Mendeley, Zotero, and so on. You can also download this in CSV, and once you click on save, the citation will be downloaded. You can also create note. So if you want to add a note or provide annotation, you can certainly use the create note feature. And finally, we have here the permalink, which will just retrieve a persistent link at an article level. So once the recipient clicks on the link, they will be redirected to the article instead of the search results. Now, the two options here, or the two tools, so I have already discussed this. So this will only work for the HTML full text. So that's how we can conduct a basic search on EBSCOhost. So any questions or clarifications before we move forward? So any questions so far? I'm just going to check our chat box. Okay, so no, think no questions so far. So that's how we can conduct a basic search. So the next thing that we're going to discuss now is this feature called the advanced search. So the advantage of using an advanced search is it will allow us to utilize the guided style find fields. So the guided style will allow you to search using the multi-level searching, utilizing the field codes. So these are the field codes, and you also have here your Boolean operators. So we're going to search for resources that hugely impacts the society today. So we're going to have a search on artificial intelligence, and I have here a research question. So the research question is, does artificial intelligence encourage cheating in education? So this is a relevant topic. So the strategy that we're going to use here is extract the keywords from the research question, and we're going to combine this using the AND Boolean operator. So as shown in the screenshot, we're going to combine these keywords using the AND Boolean operator. So these are the keywords that we're going to use. So the first concept is artificial intelligence, followed by cheating, and lastly, education. So to run our search, we're going to quickly go back to the platform. And if you're following along, so I hope that you're still following along. So I do want to ask you to click on the new search. So by clicking on the new search, it will redirect us back to the main landing page. And this is where we can access the advanced search. So another purpose of clicking the new search is it's going to remove all of the limiters and expanders that you have applied in your previous search. So from here, you can now type in our keywords. So as mentioned, we're going to type in artificial intelligence. We still have here the autocomplete functionality. This will be our first keyword. And we're going to type in education. And finally, our last keyword, which is cheating. Once you're done, you can now click on search. Now, before I click on the search button, I also wanted to discuss the limiters that you can use and apply prior to running your search. So you have here your special limiters. So as mentioned a while ago, there will be a special limiters for each database. So you have here your special limiters for academic search premier, your alt health watch, you have here your business source, and so on. So we're just going to stick with these keywords and we're not going to use a limiter. And once we're done typing our keywords, we can now click on the search button. So we have here 1,779 search results. So as you can notice, that's one of the advantages of using the advanced search because it will help you come up with a more specific search results. Now, if you want to narrow down the search results, you can use the limiters on the left-hand side. And if you click on the resource or the title, it will then take you to the detailed record. So another interesting feature that I want to show you is the search history. So the search history here will show you the searches or the searches that you have conducted. So you can use this feature to track your searches. So we have here your first search. And as you can notice, once we apply a limiter, it will be tagged as a new search. So you have here your second search. And as you can notice, we have applied the full text limiter. And for our third search, we have applied full text and your publication date limiter. So another useful thing that you can do using the search history is to combine your keywords. So let's say, for example, you want to combine leadership. So this is our third search with our fourth search, which are artificial intelligence, education, and cheating. So if you want to combine these keywords, we have two options. We can combine this using the AND Boolean operator or the OR Boolean operator. So if you want to have or explode this and come up with a broader search results, you can use the OR Boolean operator. Now, if we click on the AND Boolean operator, it's going to combine this keyword, so these two keywords, and I'm just going to quickly collapse this search history. And as you can see, we have 293 results. Now, if you navigate through the list, as you can see, the keywords are highlighted. So you have your artificial intelligence in education. We can also see our keyword for leadership, cheating, and education. So that's the search history. So I just wanted to quickly discuss that. Okay, so no question or any questions or clarifications about the advanced search and the search history. Okay, just checking our chat box. Okay, so I think no questions. All right. So the next thing that we're going to discuss now is this feature called the field search. So as mentioned, by using the advanced search, you can also use the field codes, and the field codes will be beneficial if you want to search for a specific search results. So this will also help you conduct a specific search, as mentioned, using the field codes, and we can use the field code, and the system will search for the keywords within the field that you specify. So here are some of the examples. You have here your author field code, a brief description, and you also have here an example. So if you're looking for the author's name, you have here United Nations Children's Fund. So we're going to run a search and we're going to use this search example. So we're going to search for consumer reports and we're going to select SO or the source type field code. And in the second line, we're going to add a product. So in this example, we're going to use vacuum and we're going to search for product reviews about vacuums. Okay, so to start, just going to go back to the platform. So if you're following along, please click on the new search again and we're going to run a search using the field codes. Now, these are some of the field codes, but we do have a comprehensive list of all the field codes. And to access that, you can go to the help button. So the help button is located on the upper right hand corner of your screen. And if you want to access additional field codes, you can scroll at the bottom and please select the database that you are using. So we can select Academic Search Premier. And if you scroll a bit further, you have here the list of field codes. You have here your searchable tag, its description, and an example. Okay, so we're now going to run our search and we're going to type in consumer report. And we're going to select a field code. So we're going to select SO or the source field code. And we're also going to type in vacuum. Now, once we're done, we can now click on the search button. So we have here 1,155 search results. So we have here a product review for vacuum. So this is a periodical. Now, if you click on the HTML full text, it's going to show us the product review. So you have here information about what to look for. So if your deep cleaning carpet is the most important task on your list, so you have here some information. So you have here what to skip, what you'll pay, and your buying advice. So again, this is how you can search for a product review using the different field codes. You can also replace the keyword here. So if you're looking for product reviews on television, you can type in television or TV. There you go. So these are the product reviews for television. So that's how you can use the field codes. And another useful feature that I want to share with you is a feature called company profile. So the company profile will provide you with information or comprehensive details about a specific company. So it includes things like SWOT analysis, your key facts, your top competitors, and much more. So we're going to run a search using Apple company, but you can also run a different search if you're following along. You can type in Petronas or a company that is based in Malaysia. So to access the company profile, you can go back to the platform and click on company profiles. So this will redirect us into a new page. And to search for the name of the company, you can use the search field and just type in the name of the company. So again, we can type in Apple and click on browse. So here are the list. So we have here different products or company names. So you have here Apple Bank for savings, and here is what we're looking for, the Apple Incorporated. So you have here the information about the location of the company and its industry. So this is technology. So this is what we're looking for. Now to access the report, you can click on the Market Line report. So the reports here is provided by Market Line. So if you click on the PDF, so if you're following along, if you click on the Market Line report, it's going to show us the details about this company. We have here the Apple Incorporated. Now, if you want to jump to specific content or you also want to view the table of contents, you can go to the table of contents and you have here your key facts, history, key employees. So let's say, for example, we go to key facts. You have here information about the head office, its phone number. You also have here its web address, its revenue in US dollar. So aside from the key facts, you can also access other things like the history of the company. So if you are doing a research on the history of Apple, so you can go to history. So you have here information about the different years. So their new products and services, their contracts and agreements. You can also access their major products and services. So if you want to know more information about the different products and services of Apple, you can go to major products and services. So you have here the products. If you scroll a bit further, you have here your services and the different brands of Apple. So they have here iPhone, iPad, Mac, iCloud, Apple TV, and so on. You can also access their top competitors. So if you want to have a research about the top competitors of Apple, you can access top competitors. You have here the Acer company, Alphabet Incorporated, BlackBerry, and we also have here Samsung Electronics. So that's the company profile, and that's how you can run a search using different companies. So you can also type in, as mentioned, Petronas. If you click on browse, so you can cross-reference the location. So we have here Petronas, and this is located in Malaysia. And it's also going to show us the industry, which is oil or gas. So that's the company profile. So it's pretty straightforward. But if you have any questions, please let me know by typing your query in the chat box. Okay, so that's the company profile. So aside from that, we also have here your publications. So as mentioned a while ago, the publications will allow you to search for a specific journals. So if you're looking for magazines and ebooks, you can certainly use the publications feature. So you can also create journal alert. So the journal alert will allow you to create an alert whether there will be updates to the content or they have added a new volume to that journal. So you can also use this feature if you want to have a break on research or scholarly related things, and you just want to have a leisure reading. So to access this, so I have already showed you where you can access the publication. So if you hover over publications, it's going to show us a different databases. So you have your academic search premier, business source, so you can pick and choose the public or the database that you want to use. So for the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to access academic search premier. So if you're following along, please do select academic search premier. Now, here are the results. So the results here are sorted or classified alphabetically or arranged alphabetically. You can also use the subject or description. You can also match any keywords, and you can also use the A to Z list. And if you're looking for a specific item or resource, you can type in your keyword in the search field. So let's try to search for Time Magazine. So you can type Time Magazine and you can click on Browse. So we have here Time Magazine. It's going to show us bibliographic information at a glance. And if you click on the hyperlink, it's going to show you the bibliographic details for the publication, which is Time Magazine. You have here the title, its ISSN, its publisher information, your bibliographic details, and so on. So you also have here the different issues and the articles. So as you can see, you can scroll a bit further and you can find or you can access an issue as far as 1923. So if you're interested in knowing what happened in the year 2023, you can click on this year and click on the issue. So you have here your volume 202. So if you click on this volume, it will run a search. So we have here the people behind person of the year. We have here Donald Trump, Joe Biden. We also have here the climate or the choice. So if you want to access this, so let's try to access the second page. So as you can see, so this is a different way to access the platform. So if you want to have a leisure reading. So you have here information about the numbers, Taylor's version. So I find this interesting. So we can access this in HTML full text. So we have here the numbers and this is in HTML full text. Now we can also access this in PDF full text. So it's going to show us the cover page for this resource. So let's just wait for the system to load. So we have here an infographic about Taylor Swift, which is the tour. So that's how you can utilize the publication search. So I also mentioned that you can also use the search feature to create a search alert. Now to do this, you can go back to the publication. So I'm just going to go back by clicking on the back button, but you can also run a new search using publications. Now, if you want to run or if you want to create a publication alert, you can click on the share dropdown and you can click on email alert. So this will ask you to sign into your personal user account. So to sign in, you can click on the sign in button. So if you haven't created an account, you can also, now is the best time to sign up for a free account. Now, if we click on the sign in button, So please click on the sign in button. So for those of you who have already created their accounts, you can type in your username or your email address, or you can also continue with Google if you have created your account using Google. So for those of you who haven't created their accounts, you can now click on the sign up button, and I'll show you the process on how you can create your personal user account. So if you click on the sign up button, it's going to show you this form, and you have to fill out this form. You have to type in your first name, your last name, which is an optional field. You also have to include your email address and create your password. Once you're done, you can now tick on the consent box and create your account. Now, if you have an existing Google account, you can also use your Google account to sign up. You can click on sign up with Google, and you can choose your account. So I'm going to select mine. So since I have already created my account, what I can do is go back to the signing page and click on continue with Google. So I'm just going to select one of my accounts here. So that's how I can sign in. Okay, so as you can see, I have already signed in. I have successfully signed in. So this will now allow me to create a journal alert. So to create a journal alert, you can type in your email address. So you can also create a journal alert on behalf of someone. So if you want to create a journal alert for your friend, you can type in their email address here. So I'm just going to set up an alert for one of my accounts and click on Save Alert. So that's how we can create a journal alert. Now, if you want to access the alert that you've just created, you can go to the folder icon. So here is your folder. So we have already signed in. And here is the journal alerts that we've created. So we have here the Time magazine. So that's how you can create a journal alert, and that's how you can access the publications. Now, since we're already here on the My EBSCO platform or the My EBSCO account or your folder account, I also want to quickly discuss this feature called the My EBSCO folders. So as mentioned, the My EBSCO folder will allow you to create and manage the alerts that you will set up. And also, you can save items in an organized way. And the best thing about this is this feature is completely free. So to maximize this feature, I do encourage you to sign in to your My EBSCO account. So if you haven't created, I have already showed you the process. So for more information, I have also appended a link here. So don't worry, the slide deck will be shared with you after the session. So to access this one, we're going to click on the folder. So we're already here in our folder. So these are the items that I saved before. So as you can see, we have different sections for each resource. So if you're going to save an article, it will be saved in the articles. If you're going to save images, so as mentioned, this will allow you to organize the resources that you'll retrieve within the platform. Aside from that, you can also create a custom folder. So you can think of this feature as the playlist that you create on Spotify. So this will allow you to organize the content or the resources. So here are some of the custom folders that I have created. Now, if you want to create a new custom folder, you can click on New button, and you can give this folder a name. So we're going to type in National Library of Malaysia, and I'm going to type in, so we're going to search for artificial intelligence. Type in AI. So once you're done, you can also include a brief description. And once you're done, you can now click on Save. So here is the folder that we've just created. So since our folder is new, it will be located at the bottom of the list. So to fully utilize this, we're going to run a quick search. So we're going to click on the new search and type in artificial intelligence. Going to click on this and run a search. So once we've run our search, it will redirect us to the search results. And as you can notice, we have here the folder icon succeeding the title of the resource. So for example, I want to add this to one of my customized folder. I can click on the folder icon and navigate through the list. So since the folder for National Library of Malaysia is still new, it will be located at the bottom. So I can click on this and you'll notice that the folder icon changes into a folder that has an item inside. So it will signify that I have successfully added this periodical in my custom folder, which is National Library of Malaysia. Now, if we click on the articles, so we can now access the periodical that we've just saved. So that's how you can use the My EBSCO folder. So that's the EBSCOhost platform. So any questions or clarifications about the EBSCOhost platform before we jump over to the EBSCO mobile app? Okay, so and so I'm just reading. So unfortunately, I don't understand. Sorry, if you have any questions, maybe we can just answer this after. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to discuss is the EBSCO mobile app. So EBSCO mobile app will provide you with ubiquitous access to your library's content, and this will also save you or this will also help you access different content. So if you're always on the go, you can certainly use the EBSCO mobile app, and you can access your ebooks or the different articles. So the EBSCO mobile app expands the reach of the library by making the research quickly available via the app. So the app is available for both Android and Apple devices. And if you want to download the app, you can scan the codes. For those of you who are using Apple devices, you can scan the code for App Store. So this is the QR code for Apple Store. You also have here your Google Play. So for those who are using Android devices, please scan the code for Google Play. So just a note, these are the operating system requirements for the EBSCO app. So your operating system must at least be running for Apple iPhones and iPads. It should be iOS 11 plus. For Android devices, the minimum is Android 9 plus. And for Chromebook, that supports Android apps via Google Play. So I'm just going to quickly share my phone screen and I'll show you how you can navigate the EBSCO mobile app. There you go. So I hope that everyone can see my phone screen. So as you can see, I have already downloaded the EBSCO mobile app. So I'm just going to quickly sign out. So if you have already downloaded the app, you can now click on the access with your institution. So once we tap on the access with your institution, it will prompt you to locate your institution's name, postal code, or you can search for your institution using different options. You can search by name, postal code, or by city. So you can type in National Library of Malaysia. So once you have located your institution, you can tap on this and tap on connect your institution. So to continue, please tap on continue, and this will prompt you to log in using your user ID and your password. Now, since I don't have access to your account, I'm just going to quickly access my internal demo account. So the process is the same for me. I'm going to search for the name of my institution, tap on connect your institution, and I'm going to log in using my Google. So I'm going to log in using my personal user account. So that's another advantage of creating your personal user account, because this will also allow you to access the or log in the platform. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on one of my accounts. So there you go. So as you can see, once you have logged in, this will be your main landing page. So you can now navigate through the list, and you can now see the different features. You can view your recently viewed. So you can swipe to left to see the articles that you have recently viewed while using the app. So you can tap the article again or any resource and it will rerun that search. You also have here the recommended for you. So as you view items in the app, it will recommend related materials. So you can think of this like the Netflix. So once you watch a series or a movie, you'll notice that Netflix will recommend different series or movies that are related to the series or movie that you just watched. So that's you can apply that same analogy here for the recommended for you. You also have here your recent subjects. So the subjects in this area are displayed based on articles that you have viewed while using the app. Now, if you're looking for a specific resource or if you want to search using a keyword, you can tap on the magnifying glass icon. And once we tap on the magnifying glass, it's also going to show you your recent searches. So as you can see, my recent searches are artificial intelligence and online learning. So I can tap on one of the searches here and it's going to rerun a search. Now let's say for example, we want to search for a resource about global warming. So I'm going to type in global warming. So as you can see, you still have here the autocomplete feature. So we can tap on one of the suggested searches. So there you go. So here are the search results. So you can also use delimiters to narrow down your search. You can tap on peer reviewed. You have here your full text limiter. You can also adjust the publication date to past year, past 5 years, or past 10 years. And you can also specify the source type. So if you want to search for ebooks only, you can tap on ebooks. You can also narrow down the results to news, academic journals, magazines, and so on. So let's say we're interested in ebooks. We're going to tick the ebooks box and tap on apply. And it's now going to filter the results to ebooks only. So as you can see, there is a label here. So it's going to tell us the source type. So the first search result is an ebook. So what you can do from here is tap on the bookmark. So if you want to bookmark this and access this in the future, you can tap on the bookmark icon. So this ebook will now be saved in my bookmark items. And if you want to access the full text version, you can tap on the title and it's going to show you the detailed record. So you have your information about the abstract, your details, ISSN, your publication date, and it's also going to show you whether this ebook can be downloaded or not. So if this is not available for download, you'll see a message that this ebook is not available for download. So aside from the details, you can also tap on the more like this. So as mentioned, the more like this will show you related titles about the this title. So aside from that, you can also see the different subjects. You can also tap on the share icon here. So if you want to share this, so just a caveat, I'm using an Apple device. So if you want to share this via airdrop, or if you want to share this in a different app, you can tap on the share icon. Now, if you want to access this, you can tap on access options. You have two options. You can read this online, or you can also download this ebook. So let's say, for example, I want to download this ebook because I want to read this offline. So if I'm always on the go, or if the internet connection is not stable in my place, I can download this ebook. And once I tap on the download ebook, it will ask me to specify the checked out length. The maximum days that I can borrow this ebook is set to 7 days. So I'm just going to set this for 3 days and download this ebook. So let's just wait for the content to load. Okay, so please bear with me. The content is just loading. So there you go. So here is the downloaded version of this ebook. Now, to access the different pages, you just have to swipe the screen to flip the pages. And aside from that, you can also use the slider. So we have here the slider, and you can also tap on the book icon. So it's going to show you other tools that you can use. So you can bookmark this by page or by date. You can also view the table of contents. So if you want to access a specific content, you have here your week one, week two, or the different chapters. We can also tap the book again and you can run a search. So if you're looking for a specific keyword, so if you're looking for, let's say, for example, Earth. So you can type in Earth and tap on the search button. So it's going to show you the list of results. Now, if you tap on this, so as you can see, it's going to show you the page number where you can access that keyword. You have your page 12, page 20, and so on. So if we tap on page 20, it will bring us to the page 20 of this ebook. Apart from that, we can also go to a specific page number. So if you want to go to page 28, you can just type in the page and tap on enter. So as you may notice, we also have here other tools. You can click on the content. So this is the icon for table of contents. You can also click on the letters. So this will allow you to adjust this content. So you can fit this to width. You can also change the theme. So I'm currently accessing the dark mode or using the dark mode. If I want to change this to white, you can click or tap on white. We also have your page. So I prefer the dark version. So I'm just going to leave this to dark version or dark mode. So you still have here the magnifying glass. So if you're looking for a specific keyword, you can certainly use this. You also have here your bookmark icon if you want to bookmark this title. Now, I mentioned that you have the option to bookmark any items. So to access those items, you can tap on the bookmark icon and it's going to show you your saved items. So please note that if you save an ebook in your generic folder, so this will be synced with your mobile app. So these are the saved items and these are for the ebooks. As you can see, we have here the ebook header. So if you tap on the ebooks, it's going to show you the list of ebooks that you have checked out. So it's also going to show you the expired titles. Okay, so that takes me to the end of my presentation. So before we wrap up, I'm going to just quickly show you our help resource. So we call this or EBSCO Connect. So I have here the resources. So these are the help and support. So we have your help resources. So these are the helpful links. So you have your EBSCO searching tips, EBSCO host or EBSCO mobile frequently asked questions. So you can access all of these resources on EBSCO Connect. So EBSCO Connect is our one-stop website where you can access online training, customer support, and recordings. So here is the link. So I'm going to quickly click on the link. So this is EBSCO Connect. So the platform is easy to use. So it's user friendly. So if you're looking for a specific item or article, let's say for example, you want to know more information about EBSCO mobile app, you can type in EBSCO mobile app. And it's going to retrieve the results. So there you go. So you have here your installation and authentication frequently asked questions. You have here tutorial. You can also sort this by created date or relevance. So that's EBSCO Connect. And aside from that, also mentioned that you can access tutorials or recordings. So you can go to learning tab and we call this EBSCO Academy. So there is a watch a video tab. Now, if you click on watch a video, it's going to show you all of the recordings that we have here. So we have here a list of recordings. Now, if you're looking for a specific platform, you can type in the name of the platform, let's say mobile app. Okay, so these are the recordings for EBSCO mobile app. So I also wanted to quickly mention that we also have here instructor-led courses. So if you want to attend public webinars, so you can go to instructor-led courses and go to find live courses. So we update the list of webinars monthly. So these webinars are free. So if you want to register, I'm going to share the link with you. So I send the link. I already sent the link in the chat box. So these are the list of webinars that we are going to offer in February. So you have your search alerts or journal alerts. You also have here the name of the host or the trainer and the button to register. So if you want to have a refresher course on mobile app, so let's say for example, mobile app, so you can type in or search for a keyword in the search field and click on search. So we have here a list of topics. So if we go back, I'm just going to quickly go back. So we also have here other classes. So if you want to learn more information about the EBSCOhost exporting tools and features, we have an upcoming class on Monday. We also have here search alerts and journal alerts on EBSCOhost. Okay, so that concludes our session for today. And we're now going to head over to the exciting part of this session. And we're now going, so before we jump over to the exciting part, so any questions or clarifications? So if you have any questions, you can just type in your queries in the chat box. Okay, so I think no questions so far. So the next thing that we're going to do now is have a quiz or a game. So we have here the mechanics. So the mechanics of the game are, so there will be 10 questions from the topic that I have discussed today, and you must answer all the questions within 10 minutes. And whoever finishes the quiz with the highest number of correct answers within the shortest period will win the prizes. So we're going to pick the top 10 winners, and we're going to pick top three for the grand prize winners. We're also going to provide consolation prizes for the remaining 7 winners. So the winners will be contacted after the session. So please make sure that you type in your complete name and your mobile number as well as your email address so that we can easily contact you after. So let's start the game. So to join the game, you can scan the QR code, and I'm also going to share this link with you. So I'm just going to quickly access the link and pop the link in the chat box. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes. So I'm going to just start the timer now. So the timer starts now. So good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone. I have already started the timer, so still have less than 10 minutes. So I hope that you listen during the session because the questions are derived from the things that I discussed today. So good luck, everyone. So I have already received three responses. So I still have 8 minutes to answer the quiz. Okay, so last 5 minutes.
Buat tu ni lah, quiz tu. Buat dah.
Okay, last 3 minutes, everyone. You can still submit your answers.
Cepat, cepat. Cepat tak boleh juga tau. Kena betul, tepat dan cepat. Macam tu.
Okay, so last 2 minutes.
Saya nak tanya, ada tak peserta dalam ni yang pertama kali yang join eksplorasi digital ni? Boleh type 1 di chat.
And time's up, everyone. So please give me just a minute to finalize the names of the winners. All right. So I have the names of the top three winners. So I'll start with the top three winners. So the first two winners got the perfect score. So congratulations. So our first winner is, we have here, and Nor has Lisa Sale. So congratulations. So I'm just going to pop the name in the chat box. So this is our first winner. And this is followed by, so they also got the perfect score. So the second winner is Azriel Hisham. So congratulations. So I'm also just going to share your name in the chat box. And the third winner and the last winner for our grand prize is we have here. Okay, so I'm just going to
Siapakah
share this.
itu?
Yeah, so our third winner is Fatin. So
Wow,
congratulations.
tahniah.
Yeah, I'm just
Yang Pak
going
Iza.
to congratulations. And these are the remaining names are the consolation prizes. Sorry, these are the remaining 7 winners. So we have here Ashhara. So I'm just going to pop your name here. You also won as Lina binti Toha. And we have here Adi Aldrich.
Wow.
And we also have here Chini. Okay. And we also have here Noor Mazila. And we have here
Normazila
Afifa. And finally, we have here our last and final winner. We have here Ahmad Asmuwin. So congratulations, everyone. So I'm just going to share
Aku tu.
this in our chat box. So thank you, everyone, for those who have participated. So congratulations. Most of you got high scores. So unfortunately, we have to assess this based on the time. So thank you, everyone. Thank you and congratulations to all of the winners.
Tahniah semua.
Thank you.
Wow.
Congratulations to all of the winners.
Yeah.
Glad to
Thank
know
you for
that.
you. Thank you for you, Mr. Ryan.
No
Because
worries.
you're very
It's a
well today.
pleasure. Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Happy to
Thank you
know
very
that
much.
a lot of participants got high
High score.
high scores. Yeah.
Yeah.
So any questions before we wrap up or end the session?
I don't think they are really.
Okay.
They have a contact number, is it?
Yes, they have provided their contact numbers as well as their email address. So I'm just going to check. So yes, they have provided their contact numbers and their email address as well.
After this session, you send to all participants, the winner participant, to give the prize.
Okay, I'm going to share also the spreadsheet with you after the session.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a great day. So hope to see you again.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Ryan, Mr. Ryan Salas. Because we have a great sharing today with you. Thank you for your time.
You're most welcome.
Puan Rosmaini, sekejap ya, kita ada masa sikit lagi. And then saya nak tambah sedikit sahaja lagi untuk peserta yang baru menyertai dan baru pertama kali, the first time to join the Eksplorasi Digital. Untuk peserta yang baru pertama kali menghadiri kursus ini, Pangkalan data di dalam U-Pustaka ni, kita mengandungi lebih kurang 21 pangkalan data yang boleh diakses secara percuma. Dan tuan-puan mestilah menjadi ahli U-Pustaka terlebih dahulu, barulah boleh mengakses beberapa pangkalan data, iaitu 21 pangkalan data yang terdiri daripada e-journal, e-magazine, e-surat khabar dan e-pembelajaran. Jika tidak melalui U-Pustaka ataupun tidak menjadi ahli, walaupun mengguna apps ataupun anda semua mendownload apps tidak melalui U-Pustaka, anda kena bayar. So kat situ kena faham untuk mengakses secara percuma, anda perlu menjadi, bukan perlu, anda wajib menjadi
ahli U-Pustaka terlebih dahulu. So selamat mencuba semua yang belum jadi ahli. So jadilah ahli sebab perkara ini adalah secara percuma dan anda boleh akses pelbagai maklumat di dalam U-Pustaka. Terima kasih.
Untuk tu saya tutup sesi hari ini. Terima kasih kerana telah menghadiri bersama-sama dengan kita pada hari ini walaupun terdapat sedikit masalah gangguan teknikal kepada pangkalan data Ebscohost, namun kita telah berjaya sampai ke akhir sesi. Terima kasih juga, thank you for the great time with us, EBSCO team yang diketuai oleh Puan Shikin, Miss Wenrong dan terutama juga Mr. Ryan Salas. Okey, untuk seterusnya nanti bulan Februari nantikan daripada kami akan emailkan dan wawarkan seperti biasa. Mohon maaf salah silap kami sepanjang mengendalikan sesi ini dan harap bertemu lagi pada sesi akan datang. Terima kasih diucapkan. Ya.
Sorry, yang angkat tangan tu nak tanya ke dalam tu ke?
Ya, ada yang nak bertanya ke lagi? Masih ada masa?
Kalau nak tanya boleh buka mic dia sebab kita ada masa lagi. Sebab yang ni daripada pembekal. So kalau ada apa-apa problem ataupun tak faham boleh tanya.
Ya betul. Sementara masih ada lagi mereka di sini bersama-sama kita.
Ni ramai daripada strike ni.
Itulah.
Mr. Sharp punya geng.
Ada Puan Rosmaniza tadi. Ada Mr. Tan Tan Lei Hong, Janani, Stride. Daripada Stride ni ada soalan ke? Boleh buka mic ya, boleh bertanya terus kepada Mr. Ryan. Sekiranya ada pertanyaan. Masih ada masa.
Bagi yang ada masalah untuk daftar, boleh hubungi saya 03-2687-1973. 03-2687-1973.
Ataupun saya 26871776 ya, sekiranya ada masalah berkaitan dengan keahlian dan juga masalah-masalah yang gagal mengakses kepada pangkalan data yang tersedia. Terima kasih kepada semua yang telah hadir ya. Terima kasih. Terima kasih Pak Riza, terima kasih Perpustakaan JPPM, terima kasih Cik Syafa, terima kasih Pak Azia. Terima kasih semua. Harap bertemu lagi pada masa akan datang. Puan Asyikin ya, ada apa-apa kata-kata?
Terima kasih. Besok holiday 4 Malaysia kan?
Ya. Hari wilayah persekutuan.
Alright. Hari ini ramai yang dah bercuti pun.
Ya mungkin sehingga hari Jumaat mungkin. Tapi alhamdulillah hari ini penyertaan sampai 400 orang, alhamdulillah besar sangat.
Alhamdulillah. Alright. Jadi kita akan bertemu lagi untuk training yang bulan-bulan ke depan ni, insya-Allah. Siapa-siapa yang ada pertanyaan boleh ke depan dengan kirimkan pada pihak PNM. Pihak EBSCO akan cuba membantu. Alright, terima kasih sekali lagi. Selamat menyambut Hari Persekutuan esok.
Hari wilayah.
Hari wilayah persekutuan.
Hari wilayah, alright. Okay, terima kasih sekali lagi.
Ya, terima kasih. Jumpa lagi nanti.
Jumpa lagi insya-Allah. Alright.
InsyaAllah.
Dari Singapura.
Ya, dari Singapura.
Trainer saya dari Manila di Philippines. Saya dan teman sekerja saya, Cik Wenrong, dia di Singapura juga. Jadi insya-Allah kalau kita datang ke Malaysia selalunya kita ziarah ke PNM lah, insya-Allah.
Ya.
Alright, terima kasih lagi.
Ya.
Is there any way we can trace the usage statistic for a particular user? You represent Cik Fatin, you from National Library ataupun macam mana? Because such usage stats are only secured through PNM, not through individual. But that would also depends on PNM authentication mechanism. All right. I hope that answer your question. Alright, ada lagi pertanyaan yang lain?
Ya, boleh bertanya melalui mic ya.
Open mic.
Kalau statistik ni saya nak bagi tahu, kalau statistik ni kita tidak by agensi by jabatan tak. Sebab National Library hanya kumpul mengikut secara kumulatif dan secara keseluruhan, iaitu page view untuk statistik lah.
Macam mana?
Assalamualaikum, good morning.
Good morning, Pak Fatin. Yes. I can't hear you. I can't hear you very clear.
Cik Fatin tak berapa clear, Cik Fatin.
Assalamualaikum, good morning.
Waalaikumsalam.
Ya, Cik Fatin. Tadi dia nak cakap dah tak dengar pula dah.
Puan Fatin, boleh
Masih
cakap,
ada?
no problem. Kita ada masa lagi.
Pak Ashikin pun masih ada lagi ni, boleh lagi stay kat sini. Sebabnya kami sampai pukul 12.
Yep, kami peruntukkan untuk pihak PNM sehingga
Good morning.
12.
Hi.
Yes.
Yes. Boleh. Sure.
Oh, dia ada ni soalan daripada yang lain juga, daripada rakan sekeliling. Mungkin
juga.
ya, saya tunggu sekejap.
Siapa-siapa ada pertanyaan yang
Okay.
yes, go ahead. Do you want to email to me or do you want to speak through open mic? Okay, I think that you want to email to me. All right. Ada pertanyaan yang lain? Tak ada?
Macam tak ada je ni.
Okay, macam tak ada Puan Ros. Semua orang dah nak pergi lunch.
Semua orang nak lunch ni.
Terima kasih sama-sama. Okay,
Okay, terima kasih. Jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.